It's really catching up to the manga story-wise. Really catching up to the original canon, the original story episode. This is Sullivan Adams, a review of Naruto Shippuden episode 335. The episode got postponed last week. Well, of course they had to postpone it. After all, it's getting up to the original canon, and I mean, after all, we are getting closer to the main story. We're just at least 75 chapters away from the main story that's happening now. Those of you know what I'm talking about. Those of you know what I'm talking about. Those of you don't. Those of you don't. Anyway, just continue. Right now you have the story. Kabuto, Itachi, and Sasuke in their three-way deadlock right now. And you have them fighting right now at the end, right now in the beginning. So Kabuto is saying, "Hey, why are you working with him?" Saying, "Hey, how ironic. The brother you despise, you're now working with him." Like saying that why do you want to work with him? He's just dead. He's not the real Itachi, and also he destroyed his whole family for the sake of the Leaf Village. He was a spy for the Akatsuki. Does that mean that Kabuto knows? I mean, I've seen this up before. I read the original chapter. This is Naruto chapter 580s to the 590s, the late 500s. The late 500 series, all the way up to the 600, where we get to see the mask off. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Right now, you get Itachi. He keeps bad-mouthing him. Bad-mouthing and Sasuke saying, "You want to destroy the Hidden Leaf? Join me, and you would inherit Orochimaru's will of destroying the leaf, just the same as I did." And I'm like, Kabuto. No, it's basically a clone of Orochimaru. That's what Sasuke hates the most. He got rid of because he learned all that he can from him, and he hated him in the end because he just used it for a tool, like Orochimaru wanted to use him for his body. Like for example, for his immortality jutsu, you know how he switches from body to body. But that's just thing. We all know that. We all know that, and he got rid of. We all know that. We all saw this a long time ago, but Sasuke just refuses him into Kabuto's defense. He just doesn't care. And you have Itachi trying to rally him back, and saying that he's right, and I will tell the truth. He also saying that Kabuto is not honest with himself, saying that what you live is a false assumption. What you are not honest with yourself. You are not honest about who you are. You don't acknowledge yourself, and this is also part of the main story. You also have to see Itachi and Sasuke about a visual jutsu that only unique to the Uchiha, a kind of jutsu that writes one's fate. We get to recapture the Danzo and Sasuke battle. Sasuke said Izanagi, and Itachi said, "You know about Izanagi?" That you're lucky, and he said, "I fought Danzo and I made it out." And Itachi said, "You're lucky." He said, "It's not Izanagi. It's the one that decides your fate. Izanagi changes your fate. The other one decides one's fate, and that is Izanami." We'll see Izanami in 2 more episodes ahead. Trust me, I've seen what's to come. I've seen what's to come. And I really like this because this is part of the original canon story. And you're continuing right now. You have Sasuke and Kabuto and Itachi. They keep doing the battle. Even Sasuke rallying back. I mean, he knows about Izanagi, but he doesn't know about the other visual jutsu. No. But I guess when he read that much of the Uchiha Forbidden Jutsu, he didn't really get that down deep. But I'll explain. But later. Let's continue with this. Right now you have Kabuto and Itachi going at it, and he uses Sage Jutsu to make the stone pillar moves. He basically spears of stone. And also, all Itachi do was just to cover Sasuke. He uses his Susanoo to cover him, and Itachi's body's right now skewered. If he was alive, he'd be dead right now, but thank God for reanimation right now. He's just a walking corpse. He's just invincible right now, like Madara. Right now you have Kabuto. He's like really wants to get in Itachi's head. He wants to rewrite the tag in his head. After all, you do know about when he used C-Suite's eye in episode 300. He used C-Suite's eye to overwrite the control of reanimation that Kabuto placed on him. And I mean, after all, the only ones who can do that is him, and I'm not going to say it. You're going to see it later. Someone else who defies that and say reanimation, because if I get ahead of myself, I will get ahead of myself, and I don't want to spoil most of this for you. I really don't, because I am a Naruto Shippuden fan. I have 3 of the games on me, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, no matter who they are. And right now you're continuing on. This is very epic chapter right now. And right now, and even Sasuke rallies back for Itachi. After Itachi is skewered, you have him using Amaterasu to defend him. And Amaterasu even has an effect, pushing back the stone pillars and making them become stone again. Because you see, according to what Kabuto said, using his sage jutsu, he can give life into lifelessness and just make the stone killer come alive and become an extension of his will. Basically like an earth stone. Basically like an earth style, but it's not earth style. It's like a form of sage jutsu because of him. After all, we saw this, that he's evolved from a snake to a dragon, and you get to see that. And you also get to see this, him and Itachi just having this talk back about them being access to the hidden leaf. But in the end, the hidden leaf just betrayed them and just threw them aside like trash. You see, that's the difference. I know the truth behind both of their histories. I see Itachi's chat. He chose to die with honor and chose to destroy his family for the sake of his home and village. And he chose to dishearten. He chose to cut out his own heart to sacrifice his family for his village. And then he just left his little brother die because he cared for his little brother more than anything. As for Kabuto, he was used as a spy for the hidden leaf, for directions from village to village to village, scanning intel, used as a spy at an early age, as a child, until eventually he was supposed to be disposed of. How? You'll find out in the next episode. Trust me, I guarantee it. Anyways, Enter, you're continuing on. You get to see Kabuto's story history. You get to see. Remember in the early Naruto episode when Anko said there was a child battle in the Battle of Kikyo Pass? He's the child. He was found by a woman who was basically the leader of this orphanage. She took in wayward children from the hidden leaf all over the land of fire and took them in. She even took Kabuto. She even named him Kabuto. You didn't even get to see Kabuto as a little quirky kid. And how can such a quirky kid grow up to be so crazy? You get to find out in the next episode, I guarantee you. Right now you're getting rallied back. He even gets to wear a helmet. It looks like one of them samurai armor helmets that we've never seen in a while. And you get to see that his mother, the woman who found him, who was basically his mother, who raised him, she was given a nickname. Like, you know how most of these shinobi are given certain nicknames? Kakashi's father was the White Fang. Minato was the Yellow Flash. The Orochimaru, Tsunade, and Jiraiya were the Legendary Shining. She's known as the Walking Medicine. She is what you call a genius with medical ninjutsu. And she basically is Kabuto's mother. In fact, she named him Kabuto. You also get to see Kabuto sneaking around the house, the orphanage, hearing conversations that they don't have enough funds to keep the orphanage. He slips up. They find out that he was overhearing, eavesdropping on the conversation. And you get to see him, and you get to see the woman yelling at him. One of the nuns saying, "Hey, what are you doing? It's 20 past curfew." And she even tries to teach him a lesson, just trying to make him see if he can tell time. He can't read or tell time, but then something happened. And when his mom notices, she gives him her glasses. That's how he gets the glasses at the beginning. And then she even complained. And then the woman once again complaining, saying, "Oh, we can't afford glasses for this kid." I'm like, and that's fine. And then, you get to see that Kabuto was really having a normal life before everything went down the toilet. You wanna know how? I won't spoil most of it for you, but if you've seen the episode, I'll give you 2 words. Danzo and Orochimaru. Trust me, I guarantee you, those guys. Why goes everything sneaky, crappy, and bad in the hidden leaf? It's down to those 2. I swear to God, those 2 were definitely villains in their own right. Trust me. Some people would say, who is the bigger badass? Orochimaru. I'm going with Orochimaru. Danzo is just a sneaky bastard. He's just a sneaky bastard. He couldn't even become Hokage. He sucked at it. He couldn't even measure out the Hiruzen Sarutobi, who was the 3rd Hokage. He competed with him for almost all of his life. He didn't care a damn, trust me. He even died at the end, but he couldn't even admit that his last words that he couldn't become Hokage. Anyway, Anyway, that's all I got. I put the link down in the video. This is Sullivan. I'll give you a latest review of Naruto Shippuden episode 335. Hope you enjoyed. And remember what I said. They postponed it because they're getting to reach the story. After all, they're getting closer and closer to the main finish. And trust me, and I guarantee you, the more episodes that are coming, secrets will be revealed. I guarantee you, secrets will be revealed. Those of you who are straight manga reader, manga reader, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who are just strictly episode readers, well, you're in for a surprise. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening. Comment and subscribe. Signing off.